Yo, what up? Let's see if the old YouTube is gonna send my live stream out, or if we're only gonna get 5 people watching. I'm just at work playing with epoxy pretty much every day of my life. What up, Sharush? Just want to see if, our live streams have been hurting pretty good here lately. They're down over 90% our live streams. Our views have gone back up with our content, but live streams have been not so good. Like me and Souls were live on Friday. I think we only got 400 views. Like I was pushing like 5,000 to 15,000 views during them live streams. Just don't get it. I was just watching Eric the Bearded Tool Guy, and he had over 100 people watching. And right now, you're the only one in there, Roosh. So I guess that's answering my question. You don't gotta tell people, Roosh. It's okay, buddy. I was just doing this as a figuring out why the heck are my lives hurting so much. Like we literally only got 2 people watching right now. You're literally the only one. I don't understand it. Hold on, let me pour this real quick. Oh, we got 3 now. We're moving on up in the world. We got 3 lives. 3 people on. What do you guys think about that? Huh, tough guys? What do you think about that? Watching my old videos? God, those were horrible, Roosh. Those were awful. Dude, my first like 10 videos were so bad, bro. Oh, now we got 18. Soon on a tool. What up, Jamie True? Raining cats and dogs today. So in the tent with the wood stove. You can have a wood stove in a tent? Look at that. Look at that Harbor Freight special. Look at it smoking. It's smoking. I think it's about to blow up. I maybe accidentally got some epoxy in there. Probably gonna catch myself on fire. Maybe then I'll get some views. If I catch myself on fire, will I get views? Oh, as soon as I said that, it went like 10 people. And I have thing because I'm crafty. Well, there. You don't even want to see what I've been doing the last 3 days. By the way, the people that do blacktop for a living, I got so much respect for you after this last couple of days. I don't ever want to have to work with blacktop again. That's all I'm going to say. Fuck doing blacktop asphalt. Fuck that shit. Alright, we're gonna go cut down a ball real quick. Oh, it's so bad there. Like the work me and the captain put in here the few days on my foundation at the house and all that stuff. You don't even have a... We did concrete, brick. We did concrete work, brick work, asphalt work. We reinforced the door. We made the door look like it's brand new. Oh, there we go. Now we got 29 people watching. Hey, how do you like me now? Sorry, guys. I got my bowling alley tripod thingy here. I got to get it all set up. You look like every poker player ever. Well, that's funny, because we're not playing poker, homie. The found out no cook Josh, so it was safe to come come back. Denny of Fools. Hey, did you guys see that fat bastard's, J-Bubs, what's up? Did you guys see that fat bastard's new video of him, like, putting a hot dog on a Scrooge and shish kebab in it with a fucking Bauer, heat gun? What a fat fuck. Took him 2 days to cook it. I know. Fucking loser, that guy. All right. Now, what I'm going to show you here tonight, and we're only going to do this, we're not going to be on too long. This is more of a test to see why YouTube is fucking me on my lives. But anyways, that right inside of the epoxy was a huge divot that got taken out of the ball. Okay? It got taken out of the ball, so then I had to carve it out, and then I filled it with clear epoxy. Okay, so now we got to cut it down, and once I'm done with this, you will have a hard time finding the divot that we fixed on it. This is high quality shit right here that not a lot of pro shops take the time to do, but I do it this way. You know why I do it this way? Because every piece of work that comes out of my shop represents me. And if anything looks shitty, that represents me. And I choose not to be represented as a shitty craftsman. He had Chinese takeout while he was cooking it. Did you guys watch that? I don't go to his channel too often. He just popped up when I was scrolling through YouTube. And that fucking video popped up, and I'm all like, first of all, your wife's got to you lunch. That ain't a thing for me. I'll just tell you that right now. So we're gonna cut this. We're gonna smooth her out, and then you guys can see the finished product. Alright, now we go over here, and I gotta move the camera over here. Don't mind the mess, guys. I've been really busy here this last week. I got so much... Look, that was another one. Where is it? That was another huge crack divot in the ball. That's a bigger one, though. that I deep pour epoxy because it was so big and it's the cure. So not ready to cut that one down. This stuff here was 24-hour epoxy. So hi, John Doe. Especially work has to have a skill set. Yeah. See, this is what I mean. I got 5 people watching right now, which is kind of crazy, seeing how I used to get 15, 20,000 people watching. I don't know. Maybe I gotta start parading around in a bikini top and pretending like I'm a female or something. Then maybe I'll get some views. Right, guys? Did you guys like to see that? The big Sasquatch bikini shoot? Either people, one way or another, people are going to watch. It'd be like a train wreck. You just can't look away. All that hair flapping everywhere. Now, what I'm doing right here is I'm making it perfectly even with the ball. Very light scrapes with the bevel knife. You don't want to dig into it, because if you dig into it, you get a flat spot. You get a flat spot on a bowling ball, guess what's going to roll right? It's going to sound stupid, it's going to roll stupid. Oh, you don't even know the hair on my ass, Sharouche. Larry Bass. Larry Bass. You can just say it. You ain't gotta beat around it, Eddie. Gotta have a sharp knife. If this knife is dull, you are gonna have f***ed up work. I sharpen these weekly on my bench grinder. I sharpen these weekly. All it is a 3-sided knife. So once this part gets dull, I'll just flip it to this part. Okay? And then when this one, the final third one gets dull, then I sharpen it. Although this one's getting pretty beat up. I may have to go buy a new one. You can see it's getting pretty beat up. I bet you never seen these type of tools, guys. The blade's starting to get a little curved. May have to get a new one. All right, one more pass, and then we'll start sanding. All right, now we're gonna start sanding. This is what we call a ball spinner. Let me go turn on the other light, it's a little dark. So this is what we call a ball spinner. I'll show you after I'm done. But the ball will spin at a high, there's a low speed and a high speed, and it spins at a high RPM. That's perfect sphere concave while you're sanding, okay? Because if you're just sanding one part, you're gonna get a flat spot. Once again, flat, it's garbage. So you gotta be very careful. If you don't know what you're doing, you will ruin somebody's $300 bowling ball like that, and guess what? You're gonna have to pay for it. So this is a $20 job. So if you're not careful with it, it could end up costing you 300 bucks. Back in my early years, I ruined a couple of people's balls when I was in my teenage years. I can't tell you the last time I ruined a ball. It's been decades since I've ruined the ball. Let me get my smock. What are you guys saying before I start sanding? Do you guys have a PA system over there? Yeah, it's the league bowlers. They're all bowling. There ain't nothing I can do about it. They put money in the jukebox. Boom. As it put the ball of two more the left or right when you bowl, I see. I'm not quite understanding, Bubs. If you can rephrase that, that'd be good. Can you call for someone? What do you mean? Yeah. If I had to, yeah. So this is a squirt bottle. No, I'm not falling for your devilish games over there, Sharush. So this is just a squirt bottle of water. We don't dry sand in the shop. Why don't we dry sand in the shop? Because it creates an ungodly amount of dust. There's already enough dust with drilling bowling balls and everything else that's going on and sanding out thumb holes. I do not want to create any more dust, so I wet sand. And it gives it a better finish. When you dry sand something, I don't know, it just doesn't give it a good finish. And I'm all about doing it right. So there you go. So we're gonna start with 220 grit. We're gonna start with 220 grit. We're probably gonna work it up to 1500, 2000 grit. Yeah, J-Bubs. Yeah, it won't do that, J-Bubs. It's just when it rolls over that spot, you'll hear it go thud, 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 thud. Okay? And if that spot of the ball isn't touching the lane, well, now that affects the performance of the ball. Okay? Because that spot isn't touching the lane every time it rotates going down the lane. You always want to move your hand. You don't want to stay in one spot. And you don't got to press down hard either. A little bit of pressure so that the sandpaper doesn't fly off. But about every 10 turns you want to spray it with some water. Light, gentle pressure. Keep that hand moving back and forth. I don't know why I'm teaching you guys this. None of y'all are ever going to do it. But I figure while we're live and you're watching me work, I can explain it, right? If y'all ain't interested in this, just let me know and I won't ever do it again. Now, when you're mixing all these grits, we're gonna go from 220 to 500 grits, so you're doubling up the grit, okay? Then we'll go from 500 to 1500, and we'll see how it looks with 1500 on it. If I feel like it needs to go 2000, 3000, we'll go 2000, 3000. But we'll see. You gotta evaluate your work at each step. How's she looking with the 220 grit? Let's see. How's she looking with the 220 grit? I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I bowled enough to know I can't bowl. The motion of the ocean. What up, souls? All right, going back over there. Now we're gonna go up to 500 grit. See all these things? Oh, you can't see them. Look at them all. Those are all sanding pads. Look at them all. So now we're gonna go to 500 grit. Once I find one. We'll start with this one. Now when you're on 220 grit, I do it at low speed. Because if you put it on high speed on 220 grit, you'll rip off so much material, or even like 180 grit, You'll rip off so much goddamn material, you'll fuck up the bowling ball. You'll make the bowling ball become out of round. That's another thing you don't want to do. You don't want to make the bowling ball come out of round. Give me a few seconds here and I'll come back over and look at your guys' comments, okay? I gotta figure out a way to attach the camera or the phone up here so that it's looking down while I'm doing it. I tried one of those ones that you can like maneuver, but the phone's too heavy. It never sits up right. I've wasted so much money on fucking phone stands and all that type of stuff. I kind of gave up on it. Now, once you're all done doing this, you do want to flip the ball and sand it on the other side too. That way, you took off the same amount of material on each side of the ball. Otherwise, the ball can come out of round. It's different sanding on a sphere. When you're just sanding on a flat material, it's way different than sanding on a sphere. All right. Let's see how she's looking at 500 grit. It's nice. See how that blends right in with like kind of the colors of the ball? So he ain't gonna notice that. He's really gonna have to look for it to notice it. Yeah, GoPros are a lot of money. I'd rather spend the money on the tools. You know what I mean? Well, hello, Haydel, with a watermelon. I use Diablo sand net. Yeah, it still creates dust. Do I use 3M? The sandpaper I was using, the 220 grits 3M. Everything else is sandpaper balls. They're called Air pads. You don't want to use sandpaper that is used for like wood and stuff too much. Your grittier stuff you can, but when you get into the finer grits, something about the Air pads, they just put a way better finish on the bowling balls. Because remember, this isn't, it's bowling ball, it's reactive resin. Excuse me, guys. I got a horrible cold. I got this horrible cold that's been coming down here the last few days. It's probably because it's been really hot there in the day. But once that sun goes down, it gets down to like 50, and I'm out there in my shorts and t-shirts, and I'm starting to get sick. Well, do like the merch for the doc for sure. I hope he likes it, and I hope you guys all like it, and go buy some of that stuff. Where am I from? Niagara Falls, New York. Are you saying seer? No, sayer, right? Yeah, I know. I think I'm starting to get something, which I hate being sick. Slows me down. Slows down. All right. Now we're gonna go up to 1,000 grit. Nah, we'll go up to 1,500. That one's been used quite a bit. That's more like 2,000. What's this? I probably have them right here. Yeah. Yeah, so 1,500 next. I'll show you this spinner once I'm done. It's pretty gunky. Like there's all kinds of bowling ball guts in it. I kind of rock when I freaking sand because I'm constantly going this way and then back, this way and back. It's not because I'm anxious, it's just, I don't know, it's just what I do. Don't make fun of me. Alright, that should be good. Wipe her down. All this stuff up here, they're all compounds and polish for certain balls that polish finish. We'll flip it over here, flip her over, give her a sand on this side. This may be a compound finish on this ball or a polished finish. I gotta look at it. But it may not be either. I gotta look and see if it's a pearl. I can't even find it. What happened to it? There it is. There's your finished product. Shabam. It is completely smooth with the ball. You can't even feel that it was ever there, that divot. The divot was about 3/8 of an inch deep and about, I don't know, 1.5 inches wide. Or maybe 1 inch wide. Give her a little spray down with some Simple Green because all bowling ball cleaner greaser to get the oil off the ball. That's all it is. So you know what I do? I buy $2 Simple Green because bowling ball cleaner is like fucking 20 bucks. A little rub down, a little happy rub. Get the shit out of the holes. Boom. Finished. El finish. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Finished product. Oh, you gotta clean your balls. Alright. Let's see if I can somehow turn this camera around without the stupid stand getting in the way. Let me see. Of course. There. Put it through the hole. That's the spinner. That's low. It's almost like a pottery wheel. You know what I mean? This is high. This definitely needs to go out back before winter comes and get power washed. Although this isn't that bad. We just scraped it all out at the beginning of the year about a month ago. But you can see how quick, how dirty it gets. Don't mind, this is the back plug room. This is the messiest part of the whole shop. This is where all the magic happens. Just plug that one. Shabam. Look at that color match. Look at that color match. Take pride in your work, people. These two, the stuff inside of the hole there has got to cure up before I top it off. Because if you filled the whole hole all at once, it will get too hot. It may melt the clay. It may go everywhere. And it will probably crack and you'll have to redo it. So you're not saving any time by filling it up all the way and praying that it doesn't crack. Most likely, it's going to crack anyways. So that's a bucket of lane oil right there. You know what I do with that? People that get brand new bowling balls that hook too much, soak in the lane oil. Why do I do that? It's so, because when bowling balls are very porous, okay? You know how the sponge has pores and the water gets inside them pores to absorb the water? Well, the same thing happens with a bowling ball. When you throw a bowling ball down the lane and it comes back with the oil rings around it, you give that bowling ball 35 seconds just sitting there, the oil will literally get sucked up. Well, after time, that ball stops reacting like it once did because the pores get clogged, okay? They get clogged up because they are saturated with oil. So what do? We put it in the sweat box. You put the bowling ball in there, you put the lid on it, it takes low heat steam, and it literally melts the oil out of the bowling ball and back into the water. Look how grimy that is. I did a couple of balls today. I got to clean her out tonight before I leave. But yeah, it's like a microwave. You set it. Oh, I don't got it plugged in. I unplugged it because I had to plug in my heat gun. But anyways, yeah. Bet you guys didn't know that, huh? Hello, Hooshang. I can't pronounce it, but hello, Hoosh. I'm just going to call you Hoosh. Is that okay? I hope it's okay. Oh, look at this bad mamma jamma. I'm dropping shit. I got shit everywhere. I've been so busy. I'm so organized. That thing was all cracked out. It was cracked all the way in here and all the way over there, so I had to fill it all in. And because it's such a big area, I decided to try and color match it to that blue. I think it came out pretty good. That was with deep pour epoxy. Because it's such a big area, if you use the regular epoxy, it would get too hot and crack. Oh, he's your friend? Okay. All right, guys. Let me take this thing out of here. That's pretty much it for the night for me. That's pretty much. Give you a couple more minutes here. So when people say, oh, you're just a bowling pro shop guy, blah, 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 guys, I've been using big tools since I was 16 years old in this bowling pro shop. And, you know, whenever somebody wants to comment on like one of my drill videos and they think like they know how to drill a hole better than me or whatnot, I laugh at them because that's literally what I do all day long for a living is drill holes. especially videos with like drill bit stuff. They just don't know. Like those drill bits right here, those drill bits, that set of drill bits right there is probably $4,000, $5,000. That's probably more like $5,000 today. It's like $5,000. Oh yeah, you drill better than me, Eddie? Oh yeah, we can have a drill off. I'll smoke you, but we can have a drill off. It's about $5,000 right there, just in drill bits. And $1,000, about $500 to $1,000 a year for both shops to sharpen them. About every 6 months, I got to sharpen them because they go dull. No, they are definitely not snap-on drill bits. This drill press costs more than a Kia. I think, let's see, we've been open 9 years now. When I bought that 9 years ago, I think that was about $12,000, and that was not including the drill bit. Drill bits were like another $3,000 or $4,000. So you're talking, you know, close to $20,000 just for that mamma jamma. But it was worth it because it makes my job much easier. The air sucks the ball in. I ain't got to unscrew it. It makes me so much better, so much quicker at my job, so much more efficient. I probably saved a shit ton of money by getting that press. Look at that chuck. Look at that chuck. That's a beautiful chuck. Oh, it's so pretty, ain't it? Imagine putting that chuck on like a Milwaukee 2904. And that's my work area. It's very messy right now because I got tons of work. That is the baddest drill press I've seen. Yeah, I like to think so too. You know, it's my baby. It's my baby. I oil her up every couple of months. Matter of fact, she needs an oil up. The deck is getting a little grimy. I gotta oil up just the deck and the springs and the gears and all that type of stuff. Well, Jimmy, yes, but then COVID hit, and it just sent everything in a tailspin business-wise. Don't get me wrong, it still makes me money, but man, that thing used to make me $500,000 a year. Doesn't make me that much money anymore. So I got to work part-time at Pep Boys, but I refuse to give up. I'm kind of stubborn. And COVID really fucked us. And then it's not just COVID that fucked us, right? Okay, we were lumped in with movie theaters. Bowling alleys and movie theaters were the last businesses to be able to open. So we were closed for almost 10 months. Then when we did reopen, half the people were either so scared of it and didn't want to come out and bowl, or the other half didn't want to adhere to the restrictions and the masks and the social distancing and all that type of stuff. So they didn't come and bowl, and bowling was so down that next year, it kind of crushed our business for 2 years straight. Okay, great. Finally get some people back in and bowling, great. Then what happened? Supply chain issues. The longshoremen went on strike, couldn't get shit in, blah, 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 right? So it was like 2 or 3, 4 years where it was just one thing after another, after another, after another. And now it's kind of getting back to normal, but it's like bowling's down over 40% now. Well, that's 40% of my business. People fill their time with something else. They got into arts and crafts, woodworking, call it whatever you want to call it. 40% of the people that used to bowl don't bowl anymore because of all that. And I refuse to close. I refuse to give up. And I'm going to keep going here because it's what I love to do. But man, I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a hard few years. It's been a hard few years. And people say, well, you got all these money for tools on the channel and blah, blah, blah. Yes and no. I get deals, okay? So I think 2 of my tools in the basement I paid full price for because I just had to have it. Everything else has come at least 50% off, 60% off, 70% off. So it's got to be a tool that is, oh my God, that you're dumb if you don't buy it. What up, Steve Ott? And, and a lot of the stuff has been given to me now. We've had, 10 companies reach out here recently and have sent me their products to review and all that stuff. So, and then the stuff that I really don't like, I sell. And the stuff that really isn't worth much on the resale market, like your Skills and your Ryobis and your Hercules stuff and all that type of stuff, I donate to our young tradesmen. I go to the trade school about a 5-minute drive from my house. It's called Niagara County BOCES. And I go there once I get a box full of tools and I donate them. Or I give them to my friends. Like I've given Souls a few things and I that's just how I do it. Most of it got to get for work. Yeah, I hear you. Now, don't get me wrong. I am in another industry, the automotive industry, so a lot of those tools do get used at Pep Boys. All the automotive tools definitely get used at Pep Boys, guys. All the impacts, the ratchets, that tire buffer I just got that I really want to show you, but I'm waiting for the pieces to come. The grinders, that type of stuff, that all gets used at Pep Boys so that I can give you guys good feedback. I am a PL for life. I own 2 bowling pro shops. I own them. And yes, I'm a part-time mechanic at Pep Boys. Yeah. It is cool, but I tell you what, it is a week. I will say that last week I definitely used some PTO time because I had stuff done at the house, but you know, that was, guys, once I show you a video of what me and Captain Dick have been doing the last few days, he was supposed to leave a week ago. Captain Dick was leaving a week ago. But we started doing stuff around the house, and once we got into that stuff, you found the mistakes. And once you find the mistakes, you got to fix it. And you got to fix it right. Even though we're selling the house here in a little bit, I don't know. I just hate people that fucking do shit away. So I'm going to do a video of that. Captain Dick is actually leaving Wednesday. He is actually at the house right now while I'm at work finishing up the concrete that we started this morning. We laid asphalt down last night. We did foundation work. We laid bricks last night. We fixed the door and all the inner parts of the door that was rotting away. New weather strip. We painted the car. We did a lot. And there's a lot more to do. But man, it's hard to find the time. Because you got Pep Boys, you got the bowling pro shops, you got this channel. I also got a wife. And she works a lot too. And there's days where we hardly even talk. Because by the time I get home from work, I'm dead dog tired. By the time she gets done at work, she's dead dog tired. We hit the bed, turn on the TV, and pass out. Yeah, I'm not leaving it fucked up. Definitely not. Definitely not. We definitely fixed it. And I'm going to show you what we did. I think we did a very good job. I think we did an excellent job. And hats off to Captain. He didn't have to do all that. He's 74 years old. He's out there on his hands and knees on the hard concrete, laying brick, and I'm like, would you let me do that? And he won't let me do it. So then I go and start on the other side. And, you know, I don't want him to have to be down on the ground rolling around in asphalt. I had to yell at him yesterday. I'm like, Dickie, go over there. I can finish this up. But, no go birds. Shoot the birds. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys. I got to get out of here. I got to get home and eat dinner. I'll see you guys Friday night, all right? Talk to you later.